And then just, Todd, just let me know when you have the link for the recording.
Okay, I'll send that to you right now.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Kathy's Speaking Mastermind. Kathy is on an airplane this afternoon flying home. So I thought we'd play another little game. We're going to go round robin and you get 60 seconds to speak on the topic of a card I pick. So I could just pick a random card or I could let you guys pick a topic. So it's kind of like Trivial Pursuit, and the cards have topics, which are life, random, deep experiences, if you could, or would you rather? So Beatrice not going for it?
You've been hanging out with your husband too much. I'm just saying.
I will tell you, this really wasn't Robert's idea. Jeff can attest, this basically came from our speaker camp and learning how to speak on stage. Being
I'm just
open.
gonna say, you're just stealing all kinds of stuff from that, aren't you? You're just gonna roll with it as long as you can.
While we can,
Why
it's
not?
helpful. It really is helpful. I benefited greatly from being pushed on stage and saying, here, talk for a minute about something that you don't necessarily care about. And it's, just speak what's on your mind. So my thought was just to do 1 minute. And we'll throw Sue up here too as well. Jeff, would you mind starting for me? Do you want to pick a topic or you want me to just pick one?
I don't care. Surprise me.
All right. We'll go with a random. That'd be easy.
That sounds about right.
What's the best hotel you've ever stayed in and why?
Oh, that's an easy one. Okay. Hands down, best hotel I've ever stayed in is the Gaylord Opryland Hotel in Nashville, Tennessee. We were out there for something that Elizabeth was going out there because she had a Bible study that she was leading, and it was co-sponsored or whatever with Sadie Robertson, and she had a thing going on out there. So we went out there, and we didn't stay at the Opryland because it's expensive. But we did, well, I think for the 4 or 5 days we were out there, that's all, we spent most of our time in there because there's restaurants and there's like a little mini amusement park and there's this waterway that goes all the way through it, and it goes, it's insane. If you've never been to that hotel, oh, you want to go. It's worth the drive or the flight because Gaylord is a great company and they have hotels all over the world, but man, that one is probably top 10 in the world. It's got to be. So get there if you can.
Those are fun too.
Mm-hmm.
Any comments, thoughts? Little interaction if you want afterwards. All right. Todd, you be my number 2 person?
I will. Yeah, just pick a random.
All right. If you have to relive the same day for the rest of your life, which day would you choose?
Oh, that would be easy, actually. It would be like January 4th or 5th of 2020, because I had already broken my New Year's resolution, and I spent the day really figuring out like why it was so easy, why I gave up. Yeah, it's snowing, but why did I give up so easily? And I was thinking about it and asking why and asking why and asking why. I found my inspiration, which was my why in terms of what I wanted to do. And I shared it with my kids, and seeing the look in their eyes of just like seeing me wanting to do something so bad and them being the reason, and not only the reason, but why I wanted to do it, to be able to go and do stuff with them and not sit on the sidelines and be active and be healthy. I'd go back to see that look on their eyes and know that I had truly found my inspiration and my accountability partners all in one.
Nice. Yep, that look on people's faces is amazing, especially your kids.
Well, it's better than like Christmas of 1987, where my brother got coal and threw it at the fireplace. I thought it was funny.
Wendy, what do you think?
I'm good, thanks.
You want to give it a try?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Okay, Beatrice?
Okay, I'm gonna play along with you one time. Okay, let's
One
go
time.
with let's go with red, deep.
All right. You might hate me.
Okay, all right then.
When was the last time you cried and why?
When was the last time I cried and why? I would say it was probably last week when I was seeking the face of the Lord and asking the Lord, what was it that he really wanted me to do? And I felt that I was not just under, what's the word I want to use? I felt that I was not capable of doing that thing. And it really broke my heart because I'm the type of person that I never feel, I may put on a bravado and may look confident in most cases, which I am, but there are certain times when I don't feel that confidence because of all the stuff that I've been through. And as hard as I work, that things haven't come together in the way that I think they should. And so I seek the face of the Lord because it's like, okay, God, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not there yet? Why am I still struggling in these areas? And so I cried because you get to a certain point with God in which, well, I do. You get to a certain point with God in which it's like, God, I just don't understand. And why don't I just quit? But I know I can't quit because my kids are looking at me. Even though they're all adults, they're still looking at me and saying, well, if mom can do it, I can do it. And I don't want to let them get to a point in which they see, well, mom quit, I need to quit too. No, that's not going to happen because God has put so much stuff in me that I've got to keep moving forward and doing the things that I know, even if it's not coming to full manifestation yet or full fruition yet. I've still got to keep doing that stuff because not only are my children looking at me, there's other people watching me right now. And so that's why I cried, and that's where I am.
And I mean, yeah, Beatrice, you just, it's right on. And that's just where we are. I mean, Robert and I are in a season very similar right now, just making sure we're making the right moves, trying to go forward. And feels like if it wasn't the right way, why did this door open? If the door is open, I have to make the steps in me to get there. And I think part of this exercise and practicing being on stage is sharing and moving past that confidence barrier that we do have. Because I feel you, I really do. I feel like I'm in this very similar, if not stronger situation, but we have to be confident to be confident.
Yeah.
I mean, fake it till you make it, but I hate the phrase, but you have to portray in yourself and almost have to convince yourself first.
Yeah.
So that you can move it and be confident out in the world.
And one of the things that I keep being shown, and I know it's the Lord showing me this, is that I can't look at other folks' stuff. Because when we look at other folks' stuff, then we start feeling less than what we truly are. And if we really pay attention to what's inside of us versus what we see other people are doing and what we think they've accomplished, then we would probably do better. I'm going to speak for the Wheat Ridge Optimist Club in the morning. I have no idea yet what I'm going to speak about, but I know that God will use me in a way that it will get someone's attention, and they'll be able to think about that thing all day long and say, well, wait a minute, she went through this right here. I'm going through this right here. I know I can make it. And so that's that I've been speaking since 2011 and far longer than that when you think about it, because I was speaking in the Army. But now this is a different level of speaking because this is on stages that could possibly get me to other stages that I really want to be on. And that's where I'm going. Yeah.
And you're going to get there. Yeah. And what is said is what's supposed to be heard. Sue, you want to give it a try?
Sure, let me pick here. I'll do dark blue.
Would you rather? Would you rather have a rewind or a pause button on your life?
Pause, because I don't want to do it over again. I actually enjoy my life now.
Yeah, that one.
Not that I didn't before, it was just a lot more stressful.
I mean, right. Is people talk about going back to high school or whatever. It's like, no, thank you. I'm good.
No. No.
All right, Jeff, you want another one?
That was too easy for me.
Sure, why not? Spin the wheel. What do we got?
All right, let's go with the light blue. Go in the middle. What's the first music you bought?
First.
Oh, God. Let it forget this one.
The first music I bought. Okay, well, this will date me in one way or another, I'm sure. But I bought the first piece of music I owned that I could play at home was, there's two tapes I remember, and I can't remember which one I got first, but one of them was U2 Rattle and Hum. That was my first, that was the first tape that I remember getting. But then I remember somebody gave me a Michael W. Smith tape. His album was, I think it was called Eye to Eye. And I still love that album to this day, both of them. I still have a lot of the music from those two tapes on my playlist on my phone now. So, but yeah, those are the two. I think my mom gave me the Michael W. Smith one because she saw me that I bought the U2 one, and she's like, "Oh no, you need Jesus. I'm going to give you this tape." What are you buying that for? You need this one. Listen to this one first. So, but yeah, so I still listen to both of them, Mom, by the way. Yeah. So
If you're listening, Mom.
right.
I feel like our households are similar because my mom listened to gospel so I could have Michael W. Smith and Amy Grant and Sandy Patty, and
Yep.
worked my way into Striper, I think it was.
Yeah.
I liked it, but I tried it because it was rebellious.
Yeah. If whatever. Yeah. No, I think the first concert I ever went to was Petra
Oh yeah, yep.
at Red Rocks. So yeah, that was, yep. It's back in the late 80s when that was a thing. So anyway.
My first album was Elton John, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Benny and the Jets. I'm
All
just saying.
right.
Mhm, mhm.
Mine was Motley Crue's Kickstart My Heart. Jesus.
I was so out of music that when I met Robert, he asked me what I listened to, and I picked some random band that I had heard the name of, and he's like, "Wait, what?" Yeah. It did not go over well. All right, Todd.
Yeah, just
What's your poison?
Random, whatever.
Are you a morning person or a night person?
I am definitely a morning person. I'm usually up without an alarm clock by 5. Just in the habit of checking like my Facebook stuff and all the ads that I'm running, make sure that I don't have any follow-up and stuff like that. And then if the weather's nice, I'll actually go for a walk in the morning, get back, take a shower, and then start my day. But that means by 9:30, I'm pretty much out. But it's something I've kind of, it used to be I had to set an alarm, And then it went from what I was doing into who I am. And now it doesn't matter. It's just, I could be on vacation. I'm still going to be up at 5.
Yep, your body's getting in those habits.
Yeah.
I blamed the kids when I was younger.
I think
They
I
always
speak
put up-
for all night owls when I say gross. I'm sorry, that's like, come on, that's 5 a.m.
Well, if we're talking about with kids, yeah, well, that was 2:30 in the morning and half asleep until you pick their leg up to change the diaper and you get crap up your arm. It's like, oh God, get up. Yeah, that
Yeah.
happened.
All right, Beatrice, you want to try another one? Do you care which one?
Let's see. Oh, let's go with green.
That's the one I was holding. All right. If you could only eat one meal every day for the rest of your life, what would it be?
One meal a day. You're talking about breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or a specific dish?
My assumption is it's talking about a specific dish.
Oh man, that's hard. Because I would have to go between shrimp and grits or bourbon chicken with fried rice and fried plantains. Yeah, and at Aurora Mall, they have a little restaurant. It's called Kelly's Cajun Grill. It's right there in the food court, and they have the best bourbon chicken that I've ever had before. So yeah, it would be a toss-up between those two. And I love my shrimp and grits, but that bourbon chicken with that fried rice and fried plantains, that's some good stuff right there. Yeah, yeah.
Put
That would
bourbon
be
on anything is pretty good.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I'm not a bourbon person, but it makes that chicken taste real good.
It's, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's a good flavor.
yeah, real good
Like
flavor.
yeah. All right, Sue.
Light blue.
What was the worst haircut you've ever had?
Just last winter, it's still growing up. From this lady in Florida. Yeah,
Oh, no.
I'm still trying to get it even.
I understand. It's the reason my hair is long is my mom cut it off short in 5th
But
grade
it
and I hated it.
grows, so we're good.
Yep. All right, you guys want to go another round or?
It was crooked.
Oh, no.
I'm glad I didn't get that one because I was just gonna go like this. You mean besides this?
Yeah, we can go one more right now. Why not?
All right. What's your poison, Jeff?
Why? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Surprise me.
Oh, okay. Who would you like to play you in a movie?
Well, okay, so this will come around, but so in my former life as a security guard and PI and all that stuff, I've worked a music festival called Meadowgrass Music Festival in Black Forest, Colorado, every year for like the last 8 or 9 years. And every year, this really sweet lady who's well old enough to be my mom comes and finds me because she thinks I look like Brad Pitt. And so, but I mean, I don't know about now, with all of this, but when I first met her, she called me Brad Pitt, and all the guards, everybody that works at that place knows her and knows exactly who she's looking for. And they walk up to her and go, "Hey, where's Brad Pitt?" And they just know, they know they're talking about me, and they know, no, he's not here yet. He'll be here at 5, and she'll be like, "Okay, I'll come back and check." And so I take a picture with her every year just to humor her, But so I guess according to her, it would be Brad Pitt, but I don't see it. But apparently, I kind of wonder if she's had her eyes checked recently, honestly. But But that's what I've been told by her. I don't know if anybody else sees it, but I certainly don't. So
Just hold on to it forever, Jeff. Just hold on to it.
there it is. No, with the blonde hair and the dark beard, I've been called Jeremiah Johnson more than I've been called Brad Pitt. So
Yeah.
so I don't know, but anyway, I'm still getting used to looking at this in the mirror. Anyway, this is the first time in 46 years I've ever had facial hair, so it's kind of weird. So anyway, so Brad Pitt, there you go.
It's really freaky to the kids when you go the opposite. You have facial hair your whole life and then you shave it off.
Right, the kids probably wouldn't recognize me. They wouldn't let me in the house.
Yeah,
Right.
that would freak myself out if I did.
Cover
I'd
that
look in the
back
mirror.
up.
I'd
What
look,
do you-
yeah, I look in the mirror like, who the hell is this?
It's like if you go see Robert before year 2002.
Mm,
All right, Todd.
All right, light blue.
What's the best thing about the opposite gender? That's not a very good question.
Yeah, can I pass on that?
Yes.
Since,
What's the best compliment you've ever received?
besides Brad Pitt. Actually, it happened probably 2 months ago during baseball season. My son's a senior. He just graduated. He's off to someplace in Oklahoma to keep playing. But a mom walks up to me and she's like, "Are you Noah's dad?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, I had to find you and tell you because him and my son," and I knew her son, they hang out all the time. And she's like, "And I've got 2 younger kids that they always want to be around. And Noah is the most gentle, understanding, respectful young man that is ever in the world. He always includes them. He always takes time to talk to them. He genuinely like cares, and you can see like how he treats them and how he interacts with them." And she's like, "And that speaks a lot to like you as a parent." And as a parent, I mean, I was like, good. Not good, but all of the stuff that we teach them younger, like I got it in one dose at 17 years old of someone just seeking me out to tell me that. So it was a compliment for me, but it was a compliment for him that, he learned all this stuff and actually that's how he lives his life.
Yeah, it's so valuable as parents.
So, yeah.
Congrats. All right, Beatrice.
Let's go gray, life.
All right. What's the best gift you've ever received?
Best gift I've ever received was salvation. I have to put it just like that, because to be honest with you, I should have been dead and gone a long time ago because of the life that I lived, the things that happened to me when I was a child and as a teenager and stuff. And then in 1991, May the 15th, 1991, at about 6 o'clock that night, I opened up my heart and received Jesus Christ as my personal savior because I was still in the army. Life was just, ugh. And I needed something. And I went to him and I said, "Lord, I don't know what you want with me, what you can even do with me. But here I am." And I opened up my heart, and that was the best decision that I have ever made in my life. So there you and see, you can tell I'm a speaker because you can call me up to the stage in 5 minutes and I'm gonna give a speech, because it's already inside of me. And that's the thing that we have to understand. There's a lot of stuff inside of us that somebody is waiting for, and so, but there you have it.
Well, and I think that's an important lesson for obviously us and really any speaker is, when you're on stage, one of the most valuable things that you can share with people is that you're human. You're no different than anyone else. It's not like, I'm here and you're here. It's like you share your humanity because we've all gone through stuff. And being able to share stories like that, or, you know, like how I found my inspiration or Brad Pitt or whatever, but you share that and other people, all of a sudden people, they relate and they're like, this guy's just like me, but he's saying some stuff that he did that got him to this place. So I'm going to follow him.
I just made a note to myself to have to close it up with stories connect. It is the stories that we tell and that we can bring out that help our audience connect with us. In any situation, you got all the different topics that we speak on, and then everybody in the achievement in the world are different. They're going to say the same story twice or say it differently because we all have different experiences, unique abilities, and things that have brought us here. It's all.
Yeah, it's I took I had like an hour call with a guy from I don't know what they call it now, but back at the time it was part of Grant Cardone's thing is it was 10x stages, you know, and they taught about speaking, and he's like he said very simply, the outline is very simple. He's like, you start with an intro and a story, then you do some teaching, and then you end with a story. And it's like it's perfect because you're right, stories do connect, and it's like it makes you human, and it's just we're just sharing like our experiences and like what worked for us. It's not a hard and fast, you got to do it this way. It's just this is what worked for me, and I'm just like most people in here, but this worked for me. If it doesn't work for you, great.
Yeah, take from it what you want.
Yeah, just I mean, the goal of any talk that we're giving, it's not to connect 100% with 100% of the people.
Right.
I usually tell people right up front, my goal is that you leave here with one thing that I've said that you can take action on, and you will take action on today or tomorrow. That's it.
Sue, you want one more?
I'm good.
Yeah. All right.
He's just checking out the fireworks.
So
Just
no,
It's almost July.
That's true.
almost.
That becomes
almost.
more relevant. Yes.
Okay, I got a question. I got a question for everybody on here. Okay.
All right.
What you think about this? The other day I was driving past somewhere here in Aurora, and a sign said fireworks illegal. Then I drive up the street and there's a tent set up where people are selling fireworks, and people are going in to buy fireworks. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Okay, what's really going on?
The way that the law in Colorado is written is that fireworks that leave the ground are illegal. So you can have like a fountain, but you can't have a pop bottle rocket because it leaves the ground. Or because I live right next door to backcountry, you also can't have a mortar, which apparently no one over there pays attention to.
Okay.
Because you can just hear it, you know, you'll hear all the bangs and stuff like that, and all of a sudden you just hear the concussion of the and you're like, oh crap. And the sky also is like, is it daytime? It's like midnight, but all right.
Semantics,
Okay.
right?
Right.
And all the animals go running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just wondering about that because I thought it was really ludicrous that you see the sign that says fireworks illegal, and then here's Big Bob's, you know, selling all these fireworks.
Yeah, it's a definition of fireworks, and I think even counties have different laws and stuff, so it's
Okay. Okay.
county line might be different.
Yeah, and obviously if it was drought conditions, then it's more strict. But this year, because at least in Douglas County, they've removed all of our drought restrictions.
It's been
Do
so
you
wet.
have professional firework presentations like in the back here?
I mean, I can go up the hill to Mountain Vista because the high school sits kind of elevated, and I can watch everything from Highlands Ranch to downtown to Lakewood and everything, and just sit up there in a parking lot and watch it all.
Yeah, we've got a lot of display, like there's one that's on top of Pikes Peak that you can see. There's ones downtown. There's ones in all these different parks around town. And we're up high enough where our house is, we can, you can, there's nothing behind us, so you can just look behind us and see everything from every direction. It's pretty cool. So,
Yeah, and Sue, regarding the animals, someone actually told me this. I don't have an animal, but the reason that a lot of animals freak out is because they hear the sound, but they can't see it. And so a lot of people have told me, like, if you take your dog or whatever, and they see what's going on, and they correlate, like, okay, it booms, but there's colors, and they correlate the two, they tend to calm down.
Yeah, I have two Maltipoos and I have one now. And the one